Hey everyone, Lauren from A Girl and Her Wool here. Happy Friday if you're watching this when it goes up, but I'm here packaging up some orders. It is Friday morning and wanted to just introduce this club reveal vlog. So today I'm going to be revealing the November yarn club. I have a mystery yarn club in my shop at agirlandherwool.com, and yeah, I like to do reveal videos of the mystery club colors. So we'll be doing kind of the whole behind the scenes of the November vlog coming up here in a second. But I just wanted to quickly just say that if you are interested in the yarn club, the December club will renew on the 20th, which is a week from tomorrow, Saturday. So it will be Saturday, November 20th. So if you're already in the club, you have until the 19th to kind of modify, cancel, and that kind of thing. And then if you're interested in signing up, you can do so by the end of the day on the 20th. So hope you join us. I'll talk all about the clubs at the end if you don't know what they are, but it's a mystery yarn club, so you don't know what you receive until you get it. But I have a whole assortment of options with it, so if you don't know much about it, you can definitely stick around at the end. Otherwise, happenings in the shop, I had my kind of big monthly shop update last Saturday with all the November colors of the month. So I have a vlog that I filmed showing the colors of the month if you haven't seen it. I also did a live stream here on YouTube, which you can still view, where I just kind of showed color pairings and things like that. So if you haven't already, go check that one out as well. So it kind of shows some of the colors of the month paired as well as with other skeins that I have in stock. So that was really fun. And so yeah, that is happening in the shop. Otherwise, not too much going on. I'm currently already prepping for the December shop update, so I've dyed up a couple of the colors for it and loving them. So the other thing I was just going to mention as Pi finds his ping pong ball is that club colors are exclusive to the club for 3 months, meaning if I do bring it back, which I don't guarantee that I do, it won't be until 3 months after the club. The other thing is I do dye every single month. I get questions about if I have extra. I do not. I dye 100% to order. I do not dye any extras. I dye it 100% to what the orders come in at. So I will kind of head into the vlog now. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon. So this is the yarn club inspiration photo, and I'm about to start dyeing the yarn, and so I like to just put this up, especially at the beginning while I'm dyeing, to kind of get going on it and kind of figure out the colors that I want to use, but I don't know if it's easy to tell with the camera kind of going through my laptop screen. But all these accent colors are like a pretty dark green. And first of all, the reason why I picked this photo is it just reminded me of Thanksgiving and family gatherings, and especially after last year. I've mentioned this a lot before, but I don't live locally to my family, so, or like, you know, to my husband's family. And so, you know, last year during the pandemic, we couldn't have like quick get-togethers or hanging out outside or anything like that. And we all did the holidays separate. So we did not, you know, my husband and I had Thanksgiving by ourselves, we had Christmas by ourselves. And just with things kind of getting better and with all of us being vaccinated, it's just nice to think about potentially having family gatherings this year. I don't know what the holidays are gonna look like. Maybe by the time this airs, I know what our Thanksgiving plans are, but for now, no clue what our holiday season's going to look like. But I just really liked this, reminding me of kind of a Thanksgiving or just family gathering and all of that. And it also had kind of some of the fall, getting into winter tones as well. So anyway, there's some of these dark greens, which I will probably accent it with. I don't know if that's going to be an accent in the main color, or that's, you know, also what I bring into the tonal. I love like the bright orange and brown colors. I feel like I've been using that a lot recently in general in my colorways, and that's because I just really like it. So kind of that rusty golden feel with bits of, you know, that dark green. Yeah, and there's a lot of white, so I will probably leave some white sections, but I won't keep this as an overall white skein, but I won't care if some of the skeins don't get overly saturated. The walls are kind of this dusty blue. It's basically the same color as my walls, I think. So I bring some of that in, but I don't think I'm going to do a base color. I think that way the white kind of shows through, but maybe I'll make this kind of part of the base color and then just kind of bring in some of these dark greens, and again some of those golden browns and rust colors and things like that. So we'll see how this skein comes out. I never quite know until I try it, and I kind of mentioned, but I don't really do test skeins anymore just because I can kind of know if I can create a colorway to look like this, and I can. These are silver candlestick holders. I don't know what, there's a fancier term for that, but yeah, so bring in maybe some kind of silvery gray, some brighter orange brownish tones, again kind of some of the copper from the table settings, and then maybe the dark green would be more speckles. I mean, I do feel like there is quite a bit of the dark between the napkins, the candles, and the table, the cloth table cover. What is it called? I don't even know. So we'll see kind of where this goes. Again, it's a mystery color, so it's a fun way for me to play. I don't have to be, you know, kind of getting to, you know, a repeatable color or anything. So we'll just kind of play and see what happens. In September, it was a lot of fall foliage type tones, and then last month in October, it was like that pumpkin color. So I think we'll be able to bring in some different things with kind of the rust and the green, and then of course some white and some of that dusty gray blue, which I think will be really pretty color combination. So let us get to the dyeing. talk how this is coming out. And to me, it's a little rainbowy. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but of course you get that dark green that I speckled on the top, but then you get the blue that I did. You can see a lot of that blue right here. And then again, I tried to bring in some of that bright orangey yellow and almost like that rust color, which is coming through more like red in this pan. And so I flipped you can see over here, right? I moved the skeins around. There's still a ton of white that we're dealing with. I'm fine with this being like the accent, but when I flip it over, I want to kind of will have less colors in it, so I'm gonna steer away from that blue for the rest of it, and just, well, I don't know, maybe it's just like the red that I need to steer away from and just keep that mixed in the bottle and not speckle with it. And then I think I just need to lighten up the blue. I think it just came out a little dark, which honestly it usually lightens when it dries anyway. But that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and give it a base of like a little bit of that blue, make it more of a gray blue and less of a bright blue. I'm not gonna speckle this color anymore. And I'm gonna kind of just try to bring out this a little bit more, and again, keep a lot of the white. So I wanted to just talk through as I'm doing this. And yeah, let's keep going. So I'm definitely liking this a lot more. I think this speaks a lot more to the photo. So I'm really happy with this. I don't know if I showed it all, but I kept most of it the same. Again, I just lightened up the blue. You can kind of see it back there. Added more gray to it to just tone it down so it's not like this bright blue. Focus more on getting some of those yellow, golden, and auburn tones in there. And then I speckled it, instead of using that rust color, I speckled it with kind of this brownish color that you can kind of see throughout. This is of course that dark green black. So I'm probably gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna speckle a little bit of the dark green on top. I'm gonna move it around one more time and kind of do this again. It's gonna come out to be somewhat of a lighter color, which I think will be good because the photo itself is lighter with just kind of those darker accents to it. So I think this is going to work out really well. I'm happy with this, and I think what I'm going to end up doing for the tonal color, well, we'll see how much green there is when I kind of move it around and what it looks like. The tonal color will probably be a dark green, but I'm also thinking it might be kind of this tone in there, which I think will be really pretty. And that's kind of what I'm leaning more towards now. So anyway, let's get these skeins flipped around, dye up another layer of it, and go from there. I also really think the mini skein set is going to be really pretty for this one. There are a lot of pretty colors in here, and I'm excited to do that mini skein set. So anyway, let's keep going. Hey everybody, so it is now October 27th at 6:42 p.m. if we're gonna be specific about it. So I finished up work today and I skeined up all of the yarn for the club. And so now I'm just going to show it to you guys. I don't have my lighting set up, so we're just gonna show it. I'll put in some pictures and then I'm going to photograph the yarn and then package it up. It's definitely later in the month than I would like to have it, but that's because I'm also trying to get through Advent. So potentially by the time you guys are seeing this, some of you would have already received your Advents, but I haven't sent any out yet. I'm in like the final stages of packaging it up, so hoping to get those out. So yeah, yarn clubs have been competing for my attention with Advents, and the other night I was like, I just need to get Advents done. So again, it's a little bit later than I normally send these out, but that's okay. All right, so let me show you the main colorway here first and kind of talk about it a little bit. So this is it on sock base. I think these are all 100 gram skeins, if not close to it. So it came out very earth tony. So you've got a lot of those dark greens that were in the picture, and then you get the browns, and then some of like that brighter rust color that I started speckling at first that I showed you guys I didn't want. The blue disappeared a lot. You kind of get it every once in a while. And yeah, you get kind of like the rusty brown and then kind of the more tonal brown. And then of course some speckles of everything. So, so overall, yeah, a very earth tone, good fall themed colorway. I think I intended for more of it to be left as white. There are definitely light sections of it for sure, but those light sections are kind of like a light brown versus like a white. But I'm totally fine with it. Again, it screams fall and I'm glad with how it came out. So yeah, so again, you get, I'll put up a reminder of what the inspiration photo is. Again, it had a lot of the dark green accents to it, and I'm glad I brought out a lot of that dark green. I think if you look at one skein on its own, it looks like less green than when you kind of put them all together. So you definitely get like the accents of the green, and then you get kind of the accents of those browns that kind of came from like the candlesticks and like the place settings. So of course my battery is gonna die. Okay, so while I let that battery charge, I printed out my labels for the ball bands. So I've been doing this more and more, kind of being ready to ship. And of course I could have always been, oh, I didn't change it to November on the contrast in mini skein 1. That's frustrating. Okay, so anyway, I've been doing that more and more where I'll print out the labels, and so I kind of go through so you can see they're all different size, the different size skeins on there. And then again, these all say October, but the same idea. So you kind of get the contrast skeins and then the mini skein sets. So yeah, so I got that printed out. Again, it's not just like all copy and paste because everyone does have like their any size skein, but that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the labels on, but before I do, I want to finish showing you guys the yarn. I probably will then just close this vlog out. I have to package the orders, but again, I have Advents out too a little bit. So to avoid having to hide that, I'm just gonna show you guys the yarn and then end the yarn vlog. Okay, so I showed you guys the main colorway on sock. Here it is on kind of some smaller skeins. So these are like some 50s, maybe 70s, 80s, that kind of thing. And then here it is on the 20s. So you kind of see it looks pretty similar across the size skeins. Here it is on a couple of skeins of BFL. A couple of skeins of DK, and then I'll show you guys the contrast skein, and then I will show you the mini skein set. So here is the 100 gram skein with its contrast. Again, I know my lighting isn't great. It's a really dark, you know, I kind of brought out that kind of dark green that I was spraying on it, kind of almost like a blue green, but then speckled the dark green on top. It also does have some black on there as well. So some of these smaller skeins, you really kind of see a lot of that green and black variation. So again, a pretty color, dark, kind of in that fall winter theme. So here is the 100 gram skein with the 20 gram mini. Again, look for the pictures because I know that this isn't gonna really show the color at all. So yeah, it went really dark with the tonal this month, which I thought was nice because you can see, like, even in the large skein, there's the lighter section, and you can see it here. You get like the black and then you get some lighter bits. I just thought that was really cool with like the checkerboard placemat or tablecloth or whatever it is. So anyway, that's the contrast skein, and again, it's on a variety of the bases and size skeins. And then I will show you guys the minis really quickly. So let me just gather those up. So again, a really pretty earth tone themed mini skein set. So I will again talk through some of these one by one. So I think these are two that you actually saw me dyeing. I didn't end up showing everything. I think I just was, I got in the zone and just needed to finish at that point. So to kind of contrast these two skeins here, you can see one of them has, and maybe you guys can't see it, but this one's more of like those brown tones, and then this one has more of like those auburn tones in it. But I speckled the green kind of on both to kind of tie them together. But you definitely get more of like the tan and then more of like the rust. Another one that I did was probably more similar to like the main colorway, where you kind of get a little bit of both. You get some speckles of the brown and then the green in there. This one definitely does have more white on it. This one I thought was really fun, so I didn't bring any of the browns into this one. I'm not showing any of them very close. But you kind of just got, again, that dark color that I sprayed on it. And to me, this is the tablecloth, right? Like the white and the dark green. Probably the tablecloth is black, but I ended up doing it with that. And I thought that was a really nice way to just offset a lot of the other tones in here. And then this last one, I started with the blue that, again, I talked about earlier, taking that from like the wall and really just speckled a little bit on there. So contrasting these two, the one that I just showed you most recently is this one. And that one has kind of more of a light blue, lighter tone. And then this just has like the stark, dark and white contrast. So again, holding those up, and I'll hold them up a little bit closer so you can see the colors there. So again, a really kind of earth tone fall themed colorway and mini skein set. So those are the 20 gram minis. I also, yeah, they're mostly on 20 gram minis, either on Sock or DK. And yeah, these seem to be gaining more and more popularity, which is exciting. So have more people converting over to the mini skein sets every month. So again, that is it. That's everything I kind of wanted to show you. Again, I'm just gonna ball band and package them. It's now 7:10, so that can take me a few hours. I don't know if I'll finish or if I mean, I really want to get these out tomorrow, so I think I'm just gonna power through and get it all done. I was reskeining one of the minis just because it got kind of tangled and broke it in half. So I have to re-dye one of them so you guys can see. It is now 2 skeins. So that's really unfortunate. I think that's the second time that's ever happened to me. But I guess it happened. So that I'll probably dye that mini up tomorrow morning. And then have it kind of dry and hope to get it out tomorrow as well. It probably, well, I'll schedule a pickup for all of these for tomorrow morning. So it could potentially be dry in time for it to get picked up with everything else. Otherwise, I'll just probably drive it over to the post office. So anyway, that is it with the November clubs. I'll put up a photo here of the December inspiration. It's kind of getting into that wintry feel, not super dark colors. It'll probably be bright, which is nice after kind of this earth tone colorway. And then, you know, with the October colorway, that was like a Halloween colorway that was kind of dark too. So it'll be nice to kind of brighten it up. I mean, I love fall yarn colorways, but I'm definitely excited for some winter ones. So anyway, that is that. I'm gonna just really quickly talk about the clubs in case you're interested. If you already know all about them and you're in the club, thank you so much for being an active participant in them. They really are such a big part of my business here, and I'm just really grateful for that. So thank you guys so much. I will be announcing details soon about where yarn clubs will go in 2022 and what's happening, but after I tell you they're such a big part, you know they're not going away. So thank you guys so much. And if you don't know what my mystery yarn club is, every single month I have photo inspiration, or a photo that I use as inspiration to come up with a mystery yarn color, a optional contrast color, and then a mini skein set. So you have the choice of what you want. You can either get just the main colorway, which people do. You can also do it as a set, so you can add on an optional mini. You can also add it on as an optional large skein, or of course something in between. I'm not so snazzy to have like a medium skein ready to go, but there it is. Whatever you kind of want to do. You can also do this as the large skein and the main color as a mini. That's fine too. Again, that's kind of optional. If you sign up for the club, you get you're signing up for the main color, but the contrast is the optional one. And you choose the size of the skein. So you can get 100 gram, kind of as I was showing throughout this vlog. So 100, I don't know what these are, but an 80 gram skein, let's just guess, a 50 gram skein, a 20 gram skein, and really anything in between. So you pick the size of your skein, which I think is really cool, because if you are like me and have smaller feet, it's nice to kind of save money and just buy what you need and not have a ton of leftovers. Or if you're somebody who, you know, needs a lot of yarn, then kind of adding on the tonal can help. So anyway, I think that's really a great idea. Obviously, that's how I run my shop. And you choose your base as well. So you can do it on sock, DK, or BFL sock. And then if you love mini skeins instead, and I call it mini skeins, but they're really more just like a set. So you can order the mini skein set that I just showed you guys as well. And again, you choose the size of your skein. So again, a lot of people pick 20s, but I actually have it so you can get your skeins all the way up to 100 grams each. So if you really just like coordinating sets, that's a great option. And the way that it's set up in my shop, which I'll leave a link to the yarn clubs down in the description box, but you're signed up for an ongoing subscription. So every single month on the 20th of the month, it will automatically renew unless you cancel. So once you cancel, you never pay again. It's just if you have an active subscription, it will automatically renew on the 20th of each month. And you can cancel anytime. There's no obligation or anything. And yeah, so the orders renew on the 20th. I kind of get all of the orders created automatically by the shop system backend. And then I dye up the yarn usually within the next few days, and I aim to try and get the clubs out for the first of the month, so that way you have it for that month. So for example, right now it's October 27th. Again, I'm a little bit later than usual, but the idea is this is the November yarn club, and so people would have it to work on in November if they wanted to. So I try to get it to you a little bit beforehand. I know that's a little bit confusing because people get confused when they sign up in October, they get the November color. So I just kind of want to make that clear. This color, if you sign up now, this colorway is not the colorway that you will receive. Again, you'll get one based on the inspiration photo for December. So just want to put that out there because I do get questions about that usually every month. So, yeah, clubs are now open through the 20th, which again, November 20th is a long time away for me right now. So I don't know how long that is from when this video is airing. It's usually about a week. And so as long as you sign up by the end of the day on the 20th Eastern time, then you will be signed up for the December club. Otherwise, you will start with the January club. So that is it. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can email me at agirlandherwool@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the club. And yeah, so again, I'm gonna get to packaging these up. I'm not gonna record it because again, the battery is low. And you can watch previous Yarn Club vlogs to kind of see more about that. So have a great week, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.